Hello, history lovers. Are you ready to embark on an incredible journey through time? Today, we're stepping back in time to ancient Rome, a civilization that has fascinated historians and enthusiasts for centuries. Imagine a warm breeze on your face, the smell of fresh bread wafting through the air, and the sound of chariots rumbling on stone streets. The hustle and bustle of a thriving city surrounds you. This was Rome at the height of its power, a city of grandeur, innovation, and culture that influenced the world in countless ways. Rome wasn't built in a day, and its civilization lasted for centuries, leaving behind a legacy that still captivates us today. The ruins you see are remnants of a once mighty empire. Will be your guide as we explore the daily lives of the people who lived there. From the bustling markets to the grand amphitheaters, every corner of Rome has a story to tell. From the richest senator to the humblest baker, everyone had a part to play in this vibrant society. Each individual contributed to the fabric of Roman life. Get ready for an exciting journey. We'll walk the same streets, visit the same landmarks, and experience the same daily routines as the ancient Romans did. We'll uncover the secrets of their homes, from the layout of their living spaces to the intricate details of their decor. Discover how they lived, loved, and raised their families. Their food, their work, and their fun were all integral parts of their lives. We'll delve into their culinary traditions, their trades, and the games and entertainment that brought them joy. It's time to travel back in time and experience ancient Rome like never before. Join us as we unravel the mysteries and marvels of this incredible civilization. Let's begin our adventure. Now, Roman society was a bit like a layered cake, with each layer representing a different class of people. At the very top you had the emperor, the big cheese. He was the supreme ruler, holding ultimate power over the entire empire. Below him were the senators, the wealthy and powerful elite who advised the emperor and made important decisions. They were the political bigwigs, often coming from noble families. Think of them as the movers and shakers of Roman politics and society. Next came the equestrians, who were like Roman knights. They were wealthy citizens who could afford horses and served as cavalry in the Roman army. They also engaged in business and trade. Then you had the plebeians, the everyday folks. These were the common citizens who worked as farmers, artisans, and merchants. They made up the bulk of the population and were essential to the economy. And sadly, at the bottom were the slaves, who had no rights and were considered property. They performed the hardest labor and were often treated harshly. Your place in this social order dictated your life. What you ate, where you lived, and what you did every day. The higher your status, the more privileges you enjoyed. Let's see how this played out in their daily routines. From the luxurious feasts of the elite to the simple meals of the plebeians and the grueling work of the slaves, each class had a distinct way of life. The sun rises over Rome, casting a golden hue over the ancient city, and it's time to start the day. The streets begin to stir as the city awakens. For a wealthy senator, the day begins with a leisurely breakfast in the atrium of his grand villa. He might enjoy some bread and honey, fresh fruit, and perhaps a cup of watered-down wine. This meal is a time to relax and prepare for the busy day ahead. Then it was off to the Forum, the heart of the city, to discuss politics or conduct business. The Forum was a bustling hub of activity filled with merchants, politicians, and citizens engaging in lively debates and transactions. It was the center of Roman public life. A plebeian, on the other hand, had a much tougher life. Their day started at the crack of dawn, with little time for a leisurely breakfast. They had to work hard to make a living. They woke up early to work in their shops or fields. Bakers needed dough to make bread for the city, blacksmiths hammered metal to create tools and weapons, and craftsmen worked on various trades to support their families. Farmers, who formed the backbone of Roman society, tended their crops from sunrise to sunset. They worked tirelessly to ensure a good harvest, which was crucial for feeding the population. Life as a slave was the harshest. Slaves had no freedom and were often treated as property. Their days were filled with grueling labor and harsh conditions. They had no freedom and worked tirelessly from dawn till dusk, serving their masters in various capacities. Whether in the fields, in the household, or in the mines, their lives were marked by relentless toil and little hope for respite. Feeling peckish? Let's see what the Romans ate. Bread, olives, and grapes were staples for everyone. The wealthy enjoyed lavish meals with meat, fish, and exotic fruits. A popular dish was moritum, a cheese and herb spread. Don't forget the Roman condiment garum, a fermented fish sauce. It might sound strange, but it was a favorite. Water was the most common drink, but wine was also popular. They even had fast food stalls called thermopolia where you could grab a quick bite. Romans took their work seriously. Men were the breadwinners while women managed the household. Children learned a trade or helped with chores. Besides farming, baking, and metalworking, there were also teachers, doctors, and even architects. The Romans were incredible builders, and who can forget the gladiators? These warriors fought for glory and survival in the Colosseum, much to the delight of the roaring crowds. Section 6. Let's get this party started. When it came to entertainment, the Romans knew how to have a good time. Gladiatorial combat in the Colosseum was a huge crowd pleaser. Imagine the roar of the crowd as gladiators clashed swords. Theatres offered tragedies and comedies, while chariot races at the Circus Maximus were as thrilling as any modern car race. For a more relaxing time, they visited the public baths. These weren't just for getting clean. They were social hubs for meeting friends, exercising, and even conducting business. Section 7. Home Sweet Roman Home. The wealthy lived in spacious houses called domus, complete with courtyards and gardens. They often had slaves to manage their households. Most people, however, lived in apartment buildings called insulae. These were often cramped and lacked proper sanitation. Family was important to Romans. The father was the head of the household, while the mother cared for the children and the home. Children were expected to be obedient and respectful. Section 8. Rome, a city built for greatness. Rome wasn't just about its people, it was about its incredible infrastructure. The Romans were masters of engineering. They built aqueducts to bring fresh water to the city, roads that stretched for miles, and public buildings that still amaze us today. Their legal system and government were highly organized. The Roman Senate, a council of elders, played a significant role in decision-making. These advancements made Rome a powerful and influential empire. Section 9. Until next time in ancient Rome. So there you have it, a glimpse into the daily lives of the ancient Romans. We've seen their social classes, their routines, their food, their work, and their entertainment. From the grandeur of their architecture to the simplicity of their meals. We can learn so much from this fascinating civilization. We hope you've enjoyed this journey back in time. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of history.